in efforts to promote the growth of Islam. Imam Ka enjoined Gambians to venture ambitiously into agriculture for food self-sufficiency, while assuring the gathering that with God's power, all will go well with the rainy season. With the day being just next door, the Banjul elders are confident that events to mark the 17th anniversary of the July 22nd revolution will be a resounding success. Modou Lamin Sise, GRTS.
Institutions are continuing to associate themselves with another event lined up to commemorate the anniversary of the revolution, the Miss July 22nd Scholarship Beauty Pageant. Mohamed Jamal Sisi reports with the event just days away, organizers are still calling for more donations.
The latest efforts towards a successful conduct of the annual presidential 22nd July Scholarship Pageant come from Ligue Jotna, Banjul Breweries and Educational Services. The decision by Banjul Breweries to join the list of the many contributors coming up this time around with a pledge of 40,000 crates of soft drinks in addition to a previous cash donation of $50,000 is based on obvious reasons.
We believe that sponsoring this kind of activities is holistic in nature, as the end product is not only exposing the beauty of a black lady, but the gains associated with it are equally important for the socio-economic advancement of the Gambia.
Coincidentally, the kingpin of educational services operations aligns with the President's stance on Gambian girl child, says its managing director.
We wanted to focus a lot on girls as well. We feel that girls' education is forward for the drive and also for our social responsibility. We would also, want to portray that we're pushing this forward as well.
In this venture, those who share the idea of the worthiness of the initiative would do in what little way they are convinced could add up to ensuring the success of the event.
We therefore have the single honor in presenting towards the Scholarship Beauty Pageant to the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education this contribution on behalf of the Gajotna.
This collective sense of responsibility for a successful hosting of the pageant is shared by Imam Tamsir Njai, who heads the entertainment segment of the event.
This is a worthy cause. You've supported the future leaders. You've supported the girl child. And I have always been advocating for the support of the girl child. That is, if you educate a girl, you educate a nation.
For a ministry that advocates and strives for putting in place of girl-friendly educational policies, such a move as the 22nd July Scholarship Project that seeks to provide monetary help to girls in order to retain them in school, in addition to giving them an intellectual platform to realize their potentials, is simply a welcome one.
The scholarship project is one of the strategies that are being employed to empower the girls, expose them, give them the opportunity to further their education. And I am very happy that you have all decided to contribute towards this noble venture.
Permanent Secretary Boy sees beyond the quantity of help given to the conduct of the event, but the intent that spurs it. No matter small the quantity, Boy still calls on prospective donors to consider being part of the success of an event that has potentials of getting participants scoop a presidential largesse to study at no cost up to a doctorate degree level. He wants you to be fast in that decision, with the hands of the clock ticking ever closer to the mega day. For GRTS News, I am Mohamed Jamal Sise.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad has said that no country can achieve meaningful socio-economic development in isolation. Dr. Momodu Tangara, who also said there cannot be any development in the absence of peace and stability, made this observation at a joint consultative meeting between his ministry and residents as well as non-resident diplomatic representatives accredited to the Gambia. Famara Fofana witnessed the opening of the forum.
Gambian authorities say this convergence of diplomats and technicians from the various ministries and institutions is the first of its kind. The consultative meeting was convened to discuss a range of issues vital to the realization of the country's development agenda. The outcome is expected to cement the ties between Banjul and its development partners.
The leadership of the Gambia continues to pursue proactive strategies that are both in line with the needs and interests of its people. Thus, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad, among its strategies, will continue to serve as the conduit for interactions between the Gambia and her development partners. This role is emphasized in the Ministry's foreign policy strategy document, which is intended to serve as the blueprint towards achieving the country's foreign policy objectives.
Whilst informing the forum that the Gambia has always pursued a policy of genuine partnership and cooperation for the attainment of set development targets, the Secretary to Cabinet, Sekou Gassama, admitted that recent developments in the world have presented new challenges that call for cooperation.
There is no development in the absence of stability and peaceful cooperation with other nations. Therefore, the importance and timelessness of this consultative meeting cannot be overemphasized. Considering the fact that the effects of the recent global financial and economic crisis, falling growth rates, rising unemployment, increase in poverty, malnutrition, has posed challenges to the progress that we have made towards the MDGs. We therefore need a collective strategy in partnership to overcome these challenges.
The top government officials said the need for global partnership for development is even more crucial now when the timeline for the attainment of the Millennium Development Goals is just 5 years away. Constant dialogue and consultations are considered very important in the complex field of international relations, as Dr. Mamadou Tangara told the meeting that no country can achieve meaningful socio-economic development in isolation and that no development can also take place in the absence of peace and stability.
The Gambia's foreign policy under Vision 2020 seeks to adopt a more proactive stance with the aim of mobilizing greater international support for the country's development in the context of a stronger and more effective national, regional, and international partnerships for development. In this respect, as a strategic institution of the government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation, and Gambians Abroad has the overall mandate to implement the foreign policy objectives with the ultimate aim of promoting, safeguarding, and achieving the country's national socio-economic interests.
The Gambia's chief diplomat acknowledged that his ministry has a critical role in the implementation of the country's foremost development blueprints, Vision 2020, and the Program for Accelerated Growth and Employment, PAGE, by virtue of its position as the primary point of contact for development partners, with other sectoral heads in attendance to make presentations on their major undertakings. The country's foreign affairs officials maintain that the ministry will continue to engage its partners in meaningful bilateral discussions for a mutually beneficial relationship. Famara Fofana, Grts.
We'll be back with more stories after this break.
Play your favorite song to your callers with the AfriCell Fun Ring service.
To activate the Fun Ring service on your AfriCell line, type FUN and send it by SMS to 139 and have a different fun ring anytime you want.
To set this song as your fun ring, type SET followed by 11261 and send it by SMS to 139.
The code for this song is 11961. 11017. 11161. 11171.
And don't forget, you can always use the Fun Ring search engine to find your favorite Fun Ring code by typing the name of the song or the performer and send it by SMS to 138.
Keep your callers entertained by playing your favorite music on your AfriCell line.
AfriCell Fun Ring. Welcome back. Many high-ranking army officers in Guinea-Conakry have been arrested following an attack on the residence of the President Alpha Condé. The shootout took place early Tuesday morning between unidentified soldiers and presidential guards. The army has meanwhile declared its loyalty to the president in a broadcast on state television. We have more in this report.
Further arrests have been made in Guinea following the attack